I'd like to show you how we make the insulating dough here at Squishy Circuits. So I already have the dry ingredients mixed together. So that's 1 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of granulated alum. And the alum is optional, but we typically use it. And the reason that it is optional and the reason that we use it is because it's antibacterial. So many times when we have dough, whether conducting or insulating, it gets brought to shows and many people are handling it. And so we like to make sure we have the safest product possible. So like I said, if you were going to be using your dough in your home, you may not need it. But if you're going to be doing a bigger event, it's not a bad idea. The wet ingredients that we use for Squishy Circuits are 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we start off with using 1 tablespoon of deionized water. If we were going to add food coloring, we'd add it to the water and then we'd mix it into the dry ingredients. And the reason you do that is if you just add the food coloring directly to the dry ingredients, it gets really clumpy and hard to mix, and you get an uneven color. And the reason that we use deionized water is because it's a very good insulator. Actually, all pure water is a very good insulator. Pure water is mainly distilled water or deionized water. Tap water, on the other hand, contains many particulates and ions dissolved into it, and these actually conduct electricity very well. So if you use tap water in your insulating dough, it's not going to be as insulating as it would be if you were using pure water. So we highly suggest that you use deionized or distilled water. You can buy distilled water at your local grocery store, but you can use tap water. It just won't be quite as resistive. So we start by mixing it up right in the beginning here. And try to spread all the liquid out to all the dough. Of course, you're going to be adding more water, but you're going to want to add the water in very small increments. Because what happens is it'll get more and more watered down, of course, and it gets to a point where it starts to lose its shape completely. And it's really hard to get a good product after you hit that point. Right now it's starting to clump together, but I'm going to add just a little bit more, not too much. Continue to mix. Continuing to mix the dough, it's starting to get clumpy, and you can see it's sticking together. And it's at this point that we can transfer it to a different container or tray, and we're going to continue to knead some flour into it to get to the exact consistency that we want. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on this sheet. I like to get it all in one pile, in one lump first, so kind of collect all the stray pieces of dough. And then I like to sprinkle some right on top and kind of roll it in and then start kneading. I like to use this to flatten it back out again, and I'll add some more. And that's all there is to it. You should end up with a dough with a good consistency and a dough that has great resistive properties. So you can add it to all of your Squishy Circuit projects and make more advanced circuits than if you're just using the conductive dough alone. You're going to want to make sure you store this in a plastic airtight bag, just like you do the conductive dough, so that it doesn't dry out. We hope this answered some of your questions. If you do have any more or questions come up while you're making the dough, please email us or get in contact with us in some other way. Thank you for watching.